Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. Wednesday evening, and we've got some premium black news to go over, okay? Shannon Sharpe, his Instagram account, shared a raunchy, eyebrow-raising video, but you couldn't see anything. Let me just say that early because Florida Boy Jay and a few other people sent me the video early, and I said, I don't see anything. I hear somebody growling and moaning, but I don't see anything. There is nothing to see. However, it is kind of concerning. I'll say that to some, okay? 1 minute and 16 seconds was all I saw. Close to 7,000 people were in his live. Unk, as he likes to be called, and as many people call him, Shannon Sharpe, Hall of Famer, NFL champion, absolutely okay. I heard him say, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm going to put this dick in you. I'm going to put this dick in you, okay? And then I think I heard, how's my Michelle? How's my Michelle? I got to put some bullshit on the table here. Was Michelle a code name for Michael? Was Unk in some badussy? You guys, you say that. I would never, try to clown that man about his sexuality. But, I heard someone who sounded like a cisgender female. And someone sent me an email link to what they are claiming to be the Michelle. I'm not going to repeat that woman's name. It looked like some type of Hispanic. I'm not sure, but to my knowledge, that person has not, come out and spoken and said anything. Shannon Sharpe did go live. Well, pardon me. Shannon Sharpe posted a statement. He said earlier today, beware, my @ShannonSharpe84 Instagram was hacked this morning. My team and I are working vigorously to figure this out. Okay. Now, let me say that this could be an issue for Shannon Sharpe, okay, because he is an ESPN host along with Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith had nothing to do with this, but he's a co-host on First Take. I watch that once in a blue. I like what he does with Ocho Cinco on their show Nightcap. I think they have great chemistry. Someone pointed out something to me. Salute to Jada Black. You guys have heard me mention him before. He does great content. And I think this is one of his other channels, Basic Social Politics. Again, Basic Social Politics with Jada Black. If you're new to this show, I like to give credit where credit is due, okay? Jada Black pointed out some good points with regards to Paul Pierce getting fired from ESPN once upon a time for something that wasn't even as concerning as the now Shannon Sharpe video. So I wanted to say that because, people will automatically say, oh, he trying to go viral. He did it on purpose. I don't think so. Not with his contract and the clauses. There are a moral turpitude clauses in these contracts of today. And if you do something by way of social media, they can fire you for cause. That's what it's called, cause. So I don't think Shannon Sharpe did this intentionally, unless you say different. Phone lines are open right now. However, he's going live soon. I have no problem promoting another platform. He and Ocho Cinco, are they going to go live? Keep me posted if they do, or might they push it back? Is Shannon now going to really reassess things and be very careful about how he approaches this? Jada Black also said that Shannon Sharpe removed his X post or Instagram post saying that he was hacked. So maybe now he's owning up to it, because if there is an ESPN investigation and they ask him, well, were you hacked or did you just say that? Did you technically, or accidentally push, live yourself? I think that's what happened, but I'm not trying to kick his back in, okay? So that's my main topic this evening. Also, guys, let's do some takeaways from the Trump-Harris debate last night. Many people saw it. If you're new to the show, let me say right now, I hate to say I told you so. I'm not one of those people. However, in this particular case, I told you he should not have debated Kamala Harris. She could only win Kamala Harris never won a primary. So she could only benefit and gain from that debate. I have to give her some credit because she's one of those old school, AKA Howard girls, and they know how to carry themselves when they're out in public. You may not think she's the sharpest knife in the drawer, and I don't think she is. She was very quiet for the 3 years and plus months that she's been the vice president in the Biden administration. She's been very, very quiet. But let's be objective here. She came out high strut. No, did you see the heels and the suit? Whoo! And she ran down on Trump, right? Went over to him and extended her hand. I also saw her this morning. I saw a clip at the 9/11 memorial. She went to him again. Anybody see that? She's running down on Trump. Does she think she's got his number? I don't know. I mean, I still don't know her policies. I mean, she's claiming she's got policies, and I'm a Trump supporter. I think Trump is the best candidate for the job. But let's talk about the debate and what your honest takeaways were from last night's debate. Something else I wanted to mention about Kamala Harris. I thought that most people are saying, and I agree, that the moderators were working with her to give her softball questions. More than likely, she was given the questions in advance, the same way Hillary Clinton was given the questions when she debated, years ago, Donald Trump. So I do believe that occurred. However, I'm still saying I don't think Trump should have debated her. I just don't see the benefit for him. But I want to hear from you guys. All right, Gene Richmond, good to hear from you, sir. Number 9, tapping in.
Well, hey, thanks for having me.
Good. Where do you want to start, sir?
Always a pleasure on the start report. Well, I just want to go right into the debate. There are 3 things I think we want to touch on, and let's start with Trump and his formula, his execution, which leads to a delivery. Now, I think Donald Trump had some moments that were highlights, moments that were amusing and entertaining, but unfortunately, the execution of the delivery was sloppy. As for Kamala Harris, she has no aura. It was almost like an empty business suit, but she's giggly and she's bubbly. So that carries her on, and she has a sense of poise. Yeah. And that makes her appealing. She can appeal to people with the smile, with the stroke of the hair, with the pizzazz. Mm-hmm. Now, she's not saying much of anything, but her delivery can almost seduce you, if you will. She has that girl next door appeal. But now we have to get down to the bare bones, which is policy. Now, I think Trump can execute when the formula is put together. I think he was all over the place. Again, he had some great moments. He talked about foreign policy. Immigration was very important. Mm-hmm. And he talked about the financial constraints or restraints in regards to government, in regards to the economy. Right. Now, it made a lot of sense. But again, his tactics, again, come off very sophomoric. Mm-hmm. They come off almost immature. And I'm always for a great jab and a great debate battle. And it has its place when he throws in things like, "Excuse me, I'm talking. Does that sound familiar to you?" Yeah. I enjoy that. And that's who Trump is. He's full of hubris and he's full of bravado. So we expect those things from Donald Trump. But again, I think the formula should have been a lot more constructed to hammering down on the core issues, which is primarily immigration, secondary, inflation, and third, you can talk about healthcare or foreign policy. But the top 3 issues, primarily starting with immigration, is something that he needs to hone down on and execute it effectively, because that is going to carry him into success.
Let me jump in for a second, Gene Richmond. You and I are both Trump supporters. Do you think he will debate her again? She called for another debate right after that one was finished. Do you think he should or will? Another debate's cutting it kind of close right now.
Well, we're cutting it very close. We're going into October. Election night is November 2nd. We're talking the better part of 6 weeks. I can see, I personally don't think we need another debate because we know where they stand. But I can see one more debate to bring it in and bring it home. And this time I think Kamala will have a few tricks up her sleeve because she wants that last debate to bring it on in. And I think she'll put everything on the table, if you will, in regards to policy and the plan that she has, which is not much. But I think they needed this. She needed this so they could find where the weaknesses were.
Clearly.
They could find where the holes were.
Clearly.
And then in the final battle, if you will, Armageddon, if you will, she can come out guns blazing. But I think Trump can handle Kamala Harris. I think he's very well prepared. But again, the formula needs to be better set. Like I said, I think he was all over the place midway. Again, the main points were touched, but I think he spent more time taking jabs and then losing himself and then trying to make a comeback towards the end. Right. I think this was it was sloppy on his part, but he made some strong points.
Let me jump in for a second.
Hammer down.
Let me jump in. Let me jump in. You and I have great conversations, behind the scenes and so on and so forth. I don't think he should debate her again. It's kind of like two boxers who have two totally different styles, and they just don't mesh, And one knows he should just avoid the other one, for legacy or whatever. Not so much the win right then and there, but just to preserve what he already has. We know what he's capable of, and he made some great points, but I think those points got overshadowed by her theatrics. He kept saying she's done nothing in 3.5 years, and she hasn't. But the moderators were clearly on her side. I didn't catch them fact-checking her at all. Did I miss anything? Did they ever fact-check Kamala Harris?
Oh, no, they didn't. They gave her a bunch of softball questions, and they went back to Trump and really try to deconstruct, as moderators, his argument. David Muir is a hack, and that other young woman, she was just trying to correct Donald Trump. I mean, it was their bias was so put out in the forefront. It was almost embarrassing how biased they were.
Yeah.
And again, they wanted to have Trump up against the ropes. And again, he took the bait. I think he took the bait. And he lost himself with the impulse. He became very reactive.
Very well
said. He became defensive, which I can understand. Which I can understand why. But he needs to hone it in and execute a fair and balanced argument. Again, like I said, he can deliver those Trump tropes and those jabs and even that comedic timing that he has. But he has to be concise. And the primary thing he must stay on point on is immigration, because the immigration argument is what's going to get him to the finish line.
Okay. Hey, man, I appreciate you tapping in. Shannon Sharpe Instagram account. Did you see the video? Did you hear the audio? Can I just get your opinion on that before you go?
I did hear the audio. I heard Uncle Shannon enjoying some good non-binary gender fluid stuff. It was so good that I wanted him to tag me in on that non-binary. I was waiting for him to tag me in on that.
Now we don't know who this person is, but did I hear the name Michelle? Did he say, "How's my Michelle"? That's what I thought I heard.
Yeah, I heard some Michelle, but we know non-binary Michelle could mean at this point anything.
Right. Yeah. Code name for Michael, I don't know. And he said, "I'm gonna put this dick in you. I'm gonna put this dick in you." It only lasted a minute and 16 seconds. Close to 7,000 people were in his life. You know what I hope he didn't do? Oh my goodness. I hope he wasn't smashing an ESPN employee. If he was, he'll be out of there. Good for the show.
It might. If he was, it might be over for him.
Yeah.
But if he wasn't, that sounded like some real good non-binary gender fluid business. Like I said, it was so good. I wanted him to tag me in. I was waiting for the tag to come on in on it.
Okay.
I wanted to jump through the phone.
Great to talk to you, Gene Richmond.
Okay.
Thank you, man. Take care. Okay. Gene Richmond, a.k.a. number 9, tapping in. Guys, sit tight. I'm coming to the phones. Jermaine, I got your donation via PayPal. Okay, Star, that Puerto Rican Brooklyn nigga about to knock Canelo out. BK, stand up. Yeah, I really want to see that fight. I think Canelo's at the end of his journey, and a hell of a journey it has been. But thank you for your donation. You know. And let me just also say, guys, I put this on the table, the armed migrants taking over apartments in New York City. Cash Jordan on YouTube did a really good video 7 days ago. This is not, fake news. This is real, and other things that have been going on in the New York City area, if you will, with the feds running down on the mayor and some of his advisors and the commissioner of police seizing electronic devices. Okay. Thank you for your donation, Chris G. Okay. Also, I Hate Everyone TV. Thank you. Is your banner still good to use? I do have your banner. I Hate Everyone TV. Send me an email if it is, and I'll get that going right before I take my break or at the end of the broadcast. I Hate Everyone TV. Okay. Two-Tone, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Okay. And Stacy Glore says Shannon Sharpe is live now. Okay. Keep me posted, Stacy Glore. I think he's got to be very, very careful because, again, they fired Paul Pierce for doing far less. Oh, and something else I wanted to ask you guys. Are he and Chad Johnson, a.k.a. Ocho Cinco, are they okay? Did they have some type of, I don't want to say falling out. I like the chemistry between those two. Did they have something that happened recently? Because someone emailed me and said, yo, this could be a diversion to take people away from the riff between those two. I hope they're okay. I like their chemistry a lot better than Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe. I just want to say that. Okay. And Damien, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. All right, let's go back to the phone lines here. I do want to discuss these topics. Area code 347. Good evening. Shannon Sharpe, Instagram account, and takeaways from the debate last night. Are you there? 347.
I am there.
Hey.
Hey, sir. Can you hear me?
I can. Who's this?
This is Crystal. How are you?
Hey, Crystal. Good to hear from you. Where do you want to start?
I can start with Shannon Sharpe. I think he did that on purpose. I listened to it. I was like, ugh. It was cringe, but because I'm like, why would you do this on purpose? But I know people. I know a lot of people call him gay, so maybe he's trying to do something with that.
Okay.
But yeah, he'll be all right. The debate. I watched the debate.
Well, hold on a second.
Okay.
That's very risky to do that on purpose, and especially by way of being an ESPN employee. That's a public company, to my knowledge. They have a board. That's really risky. That type of behavior, if you will. Go ahead.
I would agree. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why you would do this on purpose. Like, it wasn't anything that put him in a good light. The little audio clip was, I don't know. It wasn't worth it to me. But I don't know if he's trying to, I'm outside and a bunch of bikers are passing me. Okay. But it didn't seem like anything that put him in a good light. I mean, I guess people might think he's straight now, but I don't know if that wasn't worth it.
But now you said,
I don't see how
you said you thought he did. You think he did it on purpose, and now you're saying
I do think so. Because how does that happen? Not on purpose.
It wasn't worth it. I mean,
it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it because you have a minute of this audio where you just, it's nothing. It was nothing. Like, what are you
growling? A minute and 16 seconds.
Like what?
Now, was there more?
Yeah,
was there more audio? I only heard a minute and 16. Was there more audio somewhere?
I wasn't about to go look for any more. I was straight on what I heard.
Okay.
that was enough for me. More than enough, actually.
Your thoughts on the debate? Did you see it last night?
I did see it. I thought it was okay. I think Kamala did a good job, as I assumed that she would.
Kamala
did a good job, like I assumed that she would. I don't. I don't think Trump is intelligent or anything like that, and I do find her to be intelligent and well educated. So I couldn't imagine him doing better than her. Not a nowhere in God's green earth. The only way he probably could have done better if he got to rant longer and carry on for the people who enjoy that foolery, but he couldn't. So I mean, he tried because he did try to speak over them a little bit and extend his talking time a little bit. But I thought she did really good.
Let me interject.
Policies out there.
Let me interject.
Yeah.
Do you yourself vote? Do you vote?
Of course.
Okay. Let's be objective. Let's be objective. Even though Trump is my guy, Kamala Harris is no dummy. She's from Howard, aka she's from my generation, and she's seasoned, knowledge, wisdom. She knows how to play the field, so to speak. Objectively speaking, do you think Trump's style and execution is now dated? Even though I want him back in office, do you think it's dated?
I never thought it was anything. I never liked his style, right? I consider Trump.
Well, he was a maverick. There's no
marketing.
He was a maverick. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But now it's a different day and time.
I think he's a good marketing person. Okay. So he gets entertainment and he's a good little kiki, but this is serious. It's not funny to me at all. Yeah. But you can definitely get a good kiki out of him, and you know, he can market. He has like his lines that he'll repeat over and over. Like, he understands entertainment, right? You go on TV, you say the same thing a lot, people start to believe it. He gets it. I don't think he ever says anything worthwhile. Okay. And I don't know, why is he your guy?
For business reasons. I've already said that. My politics
for
are
business
capitalism.
reasons.
Yeah, clearly.
Right. So that makes sense, right? But I'm curious. I have to speak to someone. I'm going to ask you, and I hope you answer if you have a minute. Because when I see people saying they like Trump, and he talks a bunch of nothing, he's unintelligent, he's a big blabbering buffoon. So I'm just like, what is this? What is it that you like? You like the opportunities that you can get if he's in office? And what opportunities did you get while he was in office the first time? I
would never reveal business-wise what it is that I do and how I, benefit. But, I've never been a voter for Democrats, ever. There's nothing that they could ever do that would, make me say, hey, that sounds like a good choice or option for me. So, but anything you want to finish up on?
Yeah, I've always voted Democrat, but I would be open to voting for Republican, Independent, anything. To me, it doesn't really matter, because as a Black person, I don't think that any party is particularly for me. But I do think I would vote for a person that I think could do something, or I liked, or whatever. And they could be Republican. I've never done it, but I could, right? Because does it really matter? But anyway, she did I thought she really did a good job. And she had policies. You said that she didn't have any policies. He didn't have any policies. He had concepts of policies and concepts of things he could do.
You're talking about when they asked him if he got back in, what would he do with regards to certain things. But her policies, she's been there for close to 4 years. Nothing that she has initiated has necessarily worked, right? Let's keep it real.
And understandably, I can understand that, but she's also been the vice president, and the vice president follows through on the president.
And hold on a second, I want you to finish up. And she never won a primary. So, but listen, who you vote for is your business. I appreciate you calling in. Last word. I'll give you the last word.
My last word is. I don't have a last word. That's it. Thank you for having me. I'll talk to you again.
Have a great night. Bye now.
All right.
I want you folks to speak, and you will get the last word. Shanice, I got your donation. Okay. Blade, one day you gotta call in, man. You're sending me like these long emails. I appreciate your donation. I can't read a paragraph. Somebody's snitching. I saw that picture that you just sent me of the supposed woman that Shannon Sharpe was smashing. I'm not going to say her name. I'm not going to make reference to it. It might not be her, but they are circulating this. Is he in a committed relationship? the picture of the female, looks like, would you say younger or middle age, guys, in the live chat? If anybody's seen the woman supposedly that Unk smashed, okay? Sit tight on the phones. Who's texting me? Hey, Deeds. Guys, if for any reason Florida Boy Jay's on the line. If you have been blocked in that live chat, send me an email and I will forward it to Deeds. I don't deal with blocking people. Florida Boy Jay, there you are, sir. Wednesday evening. Thank you for tapping in. FBJ.
Oh, nigga, man, listen, dog. I don't know if I was the first person to alert you.
You were.
About, man.
Unk.
Yeah, man. Listen, I need this nigga to lose it all, man.
Oh.
I need him to lose it all. I need him. I need Stephen A. Smith to go on the Mickey Mouse channel tomorrow and crash out on this black man. I need him to pull a Samuel L. Jackson in the Django. I need him to throw him under the bus. I'm surprised Chad Ochocinco didn't distance himself from this old nigga crashing out. I sat back and I listened. He went live about 15, 20 minutes ago. I sat and listened to his explanation. I'm calling cap.
Ooh.
I think this was some type of publicity stunt.
Right.
He said he doesn't even know how to use IG Live or go live on IG, but
Stop it. Stop it. Come on.
OG, the nigga was tripping.
Yeah.
Unk was tripping. The steps it takes to go live on Instagram is about a 2 to 3 step process. And before you go live, they ask, are you sure you want to go live? And they have about a 3-second countdown before you go live.
Right.
He just said when he was live just now that he was having relations for about 25 minutes before the camera came on. So he just ratted himself out. So what happened in the middle of clapping cheeks that you grabbed your phone, accidentally went on IG, accidentally hit the live button, accidentally propped it up just enough to hear it, but not enough to see it, and just forgot it. And then talking about his assistant went out there and talked about, it was hacked, and he come out. So, no, it wasn't.
Hang on a second, Florida Boy Jay. I read his post from earlier where he says, beware, my at Shannon Sharpe 84 Instagram was hacked this morning. My team and I are working vigorously to figure this out, Unk. If he said, and I'm sure you're giving me a verbatim what he said, that he was smashing for 25 minutes prior to the minute and 16 seconds that we saw? Is that what he's saying?
Absolutely.
That's cap. He's younger than me. I'm 60. I can't smash any female at this age for 15 minutes. 10 minutes would probably kill me. And what is he? He's in his, is he mid-50s? How old is Shannon Sharpe? Anybody know? Let me go with nigga's age.
I don't know for sure, but I know he's in his mid-50s for sure.
But yes, the point. You were the first person who sent me the video this morning, and I said, what is this? I don't see anything, and you said no, it's just audio. Okay, he's 56. Nigga's born in 68. No, sir, this nigga ain't smashed nobody for no goddamn 25 minutes. I may have to agree with you. This is cap. I think he maybe tried to go viral again. And people are clowning him for the minute and 16 seconds, and he's now trying to work his way out of it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think he succumbed to, because you got to understand, Shannon Sharpe has always been famous to like athletes and core, football followers and, sports fans, but to be a household name the way he has been something new to him since the Cat Williams viral interview. So because of that, he's been getting a lot of gay rumors, allegations, speculations, and I think that has worn on him over time.
Right.
To such a way to where he was like, the only way I can beat these allegations, because they're going to say if I pop out with a girl out, it's a beard. So the only way I can beat these allegations is to catch myself in the act and accidentally posted and put the bag on the line in my reputation and see where it lands. Because I don't see no nigga doing that, getting the white man's check this lax and jokey about just costing himself and every black man associated with his brand a potential bag.
Now, hang on a second. He and Chad Ochocinco, are they at odds? What's going on? They had some type of I don't want to say friction, supposedly, and do you think this also may have played a part? This is what I was getting, that he and Chad Ochocinco had some type of issue because of Chad supposedly being late to the show. You know anything about this?
Yeah, I watched it, and honestly, I think that was overblown by Shannon Sharpe in a way to why are we addressing this on air, but I understand because it was on some type of like OG, you know what I'm saying? Like he was pulling rank, but it's the same thing where a lot of us, the younger people, sometimes when we're being a mentee, when we're learning from a mentor, somebody that we're coming up under, we have to allow ourselves to be checked or allow ourselves to learn in the open, you know what I'm saying? And I think it was very mature of Chad to take Shannon Sharpe's criticism and still hold his ground and for him to move forward. The only issue, because I feel like that's lost in a lot of, big brother, little brother dynamics. But I think with the main issue was the fact that he was very sassy that episode while they were trying to go live. And then for him to kind of blow the situation out of proportion about Ochocinco being late, just to a couple days later, you do probably the most unprofessional thing. And I think Chad should be a little harder on him on this episode. Because if that was Ochocinco and even his wife that he's married to would have went live on IG on accident, and he's a married man, right? So he's not even committed. He's a married man. I think Shannon Sharpe would have threw that nigga would have fired him, said a nigga on I got a drug habit, he popping perks, and he would have got far away from him because he wouldn't have let that bald-headed nigga cost him a Disney check. So it's just funny how he begging for mercy today, and I think he should lose his job.
Wow, you want to see him go down in flames?
I need to see that nigga with the nigga who's sliding on Amy Robach. I need him with Don Lemon. I need him with the rest of these niggas losing jobs and now they on live.
TJ Holmes. You want to see him with TJ Holmes? TJ Holmes.
Hey, get back in the crab barrel with us, nigga. Go live on YouTube for your laptop. Cut all that fancy camera shit off, nigga. You're doing too much. Get back in the barrel. Come home, nigga. Come home.
Florida Boy Jay, we have your latest episode posted in my community section. When are you going live again?
Man, I was gonna go live tonight, but I'm like, nah, nigga, I know Star gonna wake us from that nigga nap, and we gotta tap in. So you tapped in, Shannon Sharpe tapped in. So tomorrow, I have plans on going live. I just went live, like I said, in Vegas. I'm back home, so I'm gonna be going live tomorrow to touch on a few of these topics. But of course, we had to tap into the Star Report first to break the news and get to the conversation. Also, before I tap out, the takeaway from the Trump-Harris debate really short.
Debate, please.
I feel like Kamala Harris, for me being objective, she was impressive in a way where she wasn't she had coherent sentences. She was able to engage some of the things that I felt like were dog whistles or social media viral moments, like when the debate first started. She was making all those facial expressions and touching her chin. That was for the yes queens, the black girl magic. They ran to the internet and started gassing that up. But see, what was smart about doing that was it already started the traction and momentum for pro Kamala Harris tweets and the algorithm. So from that standpoint, her making all those facial expressions and stuff, that kind of started to get traction, number one. The second takeaway I got from that was it did kind of feel like a 3 against 1, where they were having a lot of things Donald Trump was saying and had to fact check on the line, like they knew some of the things he was going to say, but when Kamala Harris spoke, they didn't have a lot of fact checks for her. Or sometimes they asked her questions.
None.
It was like they'll ask Trump a question and he would answer and talk all around the world, and they would be like, "You didn't answer the question." But the Kamala Harris was the same thing, and they'll be like, "Oh, Trump, can you respond?" Let
me jump in for a second because I appreciate you being objective here. Again, I'm going to say it. He should not have debated her. She never won a primary. she didn't deserve that opportunity to gain traction on anything. And clearly she took advantage of this situation. Do you think he should debate her again to try and maybe, get some get back, so to speak? Or is it too much of a risk? I think it's too much of a risk. But what do you think?
I think unless he can get the same 3-against-1 jumping, unless he can get the same type of pro-right moderators, I don't see him being advantageous to do another another debate. Because honestly, the stuff that Donald Trump was saying weren't lies. Like when he said the thing about the lady or the immigrants run over these certain cities, like that's not a lie. They have videos of black and white people saying that my city, my small town Ohio, my small town Illinois is being ran over with immigrants. Now he was talking about the ones eating the pet, the Haitians eating Mr. Freckles, or Mr. Whiskers. That was cap because apparently, and I'm gonna say FB, apparently that was a black American woman who apparently ate the pet or whatever, was eating animals. So let's not put that on Haitians, put some respect on Haitians, and let's tell the truth outside, and let's keep it a buck.
Right.
But at the same time, what I was so frustrating about Donald Trump is even when he brought the abortion thing in the 9 months, and they want to take it to at least 9 months to abort the baby, he's not articulate enough to tell you the fact in the full scope to where they can't just say that's a lie, knowing we all see certain videos. There's a video of somebody trying to pass a bill or bringing a bill up to legislation, and the guy on top, who's the decision maker, was basically asking, stop beating around the bush, because I'm just trying to ask you, is your bill basically stating that you can terminate pregnancy up to 9 months? And the lady said, yes, sir. And he said, okay, thank you. That bill didn't get passed, but if that is a leftist extremist, a lobbying point or bill that's trying to get passed, is the same type of extremism as Project 2025 and the other things people are talking. So you want to talk about adrenochrome and really want to get in that bag about why they want to have such late return babies. You can get there.
Let me jump in for a second and say this, and I'll let you finish up. Again, I can be objective, and he should have known what he was walking into. That was a trap. So the moderators teaming up on him, he and his staff should have anticipated that. And sometimes you have to, as I've always said, adjust the margins. But again, I'm voting for him still. I think he is the better candidate. I think she's just very slick and coy. And salute to the black women who are online. They are not impressed with what she did last night. And she did not even last night say, I'm black. She avoided that again. But hey, man, I appreciate you. Final words before I take other calls?
Yeah, final words is I don't think, if you were pro-Trump, this didn't move you closer to Kamala. If you're pro-Kamala, this didn't move you pro-Trump. I think for both bases, it's reaffirmed who each party was. I think, just like I said, objectively, I was impressed by Kamala Harris's performance, but being a backhanded compliment, that's not saying a lot. She had a really, low ceiling.
It was all theatrics.
For the most part, like
theatrics,
theatrics. Like I said, she didn't say anything.
I gotta go.
Oh, yeah. Have a great night, sir.
Thank you. Okay. That's my guy right there. Sandy, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Okay. Miguel says, Star, I thought you were for change. Change? Who told you that? Sir, some of you need to Google objectivism. Well, where did you get that I'm for change? I'm out for self. My ethics are self-interest. I think Kamala Harris is a bird brain, but this is the objective perspective. Hold on a second, number 9. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Are you back from Ireland? The white Denzel. Rory.
Yo, Star, what's going on?
Are you back, or are you still in Ireland? Where are you?
I'm back in the Big Mango,
Okay.
Dealing with these migrants.
Okay.
Speaking of migrants.
Well, hang on a second, Rory. You got to watch the language or I will get you out of here. You and I are cool.
Oh,
watch the language, and I'm not trying to do all the, the extra stuff. Let's have a rational conversation, as I know you can have. Where do you want to start? With the migrants taking over apartments in the New York tri-state, apartment and houses. I saw a video, very detailed. They're taking over.
Yeah, let's go there. Let's go there, man. You know, if they're not playing, they over here, they up in the Bronx, taking over whole apartment complexes. Black dudes looking soft. I'm gonna say that right now. Black dudes looking soft, man. They coming in, they throwing people out. People that have been there, that have been making money out of those buildings, and no, none of that. They shut all that down. They came through with a crew of mostly Venezuelans, but it could be Africans. It could be Africans too, because up in Harlem, Africans beating black dudes up, taking over the parks and the fields. You can't go down there no more. Play basketball. Your kids can't go down there no more and play soccer. They chase the kids off the soccer field that been using the field for like 3 or 4 years. And I ain't seen not one blood or Crip step to them yet.
Well, now hang on a second. You yourself,
Blood or Crip,
hang on. You yourself, as a Midtown Manhattan property owner, you own a condo. I'm not going to put all your business out there. How concerned are you? Because the migrants are getting vouchers and other things, per diems, and they're being placed in places close to you. So what they're doing in the Bronx and Harlem that's one thing. But what about you? Your property taxes and your HOA?
They haven't taken over no buildings down by me because I think the rent and stuff is too high. They can't get in here like that. Mm-hmm. You know, the up there in the Bronx, all the doors are busted open. Anybody could just walk into any old building, but it's not like that where I live. Okay. But I will say this. That they are everywhere, and that they just came out with a report that said 75% of the crime that's committed in Midtown for the last 2 years is committed by migrants. That was the police officer and the police officers union going against the grain, off the record, and rebuking the sanctuary city laws and telling people that, no, all these people that are getting busted for crimes, all of them living up in the shelters that shelter migrants only. You know, migrants get a different type of shelter system. Mm-hmm. They don't have to live in an old abandoned building with mold and leaky pipes. They get a goddamn hotel in Midtown.
And they will be close to you, I assure you. Now, hang on a second. I don't want to spend too much time on this because my main focus is Shannon Sharpe or the takeaways from the debate last night. Did you see the debate? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, of course I watched the debate.
Can you make the adjustments on your headset? There's an echo. We go through this all the time. You got to make the adjustments.
You can hear me now?
That's better. Go ahead.
Yeah, I watched the debates, and Trump was right about them eating, them taking people's
pets.
Them taking wildlife and eating it. You know, the Haitians they were out there in Ohio, and they were taking geese and ducks out of the ponds in the local parks and snapping their necks and bringing them home and, taking the feathers off of them and eating them. That's a fact. Over here by me, wherever there's a construction site, now all of a sudden you got these little, we'll say South American, Central American women, and they've come with coolers, and they sell $10 a plate for lunch to all the other migrants that are working on the construction sites. And every time I come home, they're like playing with the squirrels. Like they're like amazed by the squirrels. Like somebody's going, it's a joke.
Yeah, they're setting traps.
For the jokes.
They're setting traps.
Yeah, I know what they're doing. They feeding the squirrels and they feeding the pigeons. That's because that's what they killing, and they making them $10 plates for, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole fact. That's nothing in there.
And then they put the squirrel in the cooler when nobody's watching. They put this in the cooler.
Yeah. I'm not gonna curse, but I'm gonna say these low life Central Americans.
Okay, you don't have to go there. Hey, we're having a good discussion. You don't have to go there. So just finish up. Okay?
No, I'm not gonna curse.
So that's just one.
And these low life Haitians.
Hey, Rory, that's just one aspect of the debate last night. Overall, do you think they should debate again? And let's, Kamala Harris did better than a lot of people expected. Trump is my guy. Again, I'm going to keep emphasizing this, but I think that his approach was just a little bit off. Your thoughts, please.
I think Kamala Harris did well. You know, I think she did well, but if you could really look at it, I mean, she came up on there trying to look like a white woman. I mean, I've never seen a woman that
Well, she ain't black. She ain't black.
No, she said she's black. That's what she said. She said, I'm born black, I'm going to die black.
Right.
Meanwhile, she looked white as hell. Yeah. She looked whiter than Dolly Parton with blonde streaks in her hair, powder on her face. She looked Michael Jackson white. I put my own arm up to the screen next to hers, and I'm white. And just for having the sun on me from the summertime, I was way darker than her.
Right.
So
right.
she's full of it, man. Okay. She's full of it. And on top of that, Trump got jumped by the woke mob, right? There was two women of color, Kamala and one of the other narrators up in there. I don't know her name, but she's a real funky looking hood chick. I can't believe she works for ABC, but she was neck rolling and jive ass turkeying every time Trump answered a question. And then they had another gay dude. So
well, hang on a second, because you smash those types of funky, as you just said, jive talking black girls. You like a little brown sugar now and then. So what do you?
No, I do, but not like that. Nah, the black girls I roll with, they know what time it is. The black girls that I would roll with would slap the shit out of me.
Okay, Rory, watch the language. Come on, man. Language.
Well, the black girls I know would tear her fake ass blonde weave out, and her blonde dyed streaks in her hair. That would be the girl that they made look ugly just because she want to be white.
Let's pull it back.
Pretty.
Let's pull it back.
Right.
Should they debate again? Kamala Harris is asking for another debate. Finish up there, please.
Kamala Harris never talked about reparations or anything having to do with the black community. Right. Yet she's expecting 80 to 85% of the black vote. How does that correlate? How does that work?
She's going to get it.
And could you ever see this woman talking to Putin?
It's not going to be enough for her to win, but she's going to get it. Go ahead.
She has no experience. She didn't explain her policies whatsoever. She did well by being a lawyer and able to trap Trump a couple of times and fluster him, especially on the abortion issue. Yeah. And that goes to show you too, as a woman who's identifies as a woman of color, promoting abortion as much as it can, how is that a benefit to the black community?
Good
abortion.
Good point.
That's not a benefit.
Good point. Good point.
Right. So she's a phony, man. She got nothing for nobody. This country is going to go into a tailspin faster than it has the last 4 years. Okay. If this fake collard green in the bathtub washing Indian with a dot on her head.
All right, Rory, great to talk to you, man. I got to go. Salute. I got to go. Now he's talking about dots on the head. I got to go. It's my guy, though. 973, good evening. We're talking about two topics. Shannon Sharpe, Instagram account shared a raunchy video or takeaways from the debate last night. Are you there? 973.
Hey, what's up, Star?
Hey.
I'm gonna go ahead and comment on the debate last night.
Please.
You actually said what I've been thinking all the time. Okay. There's no way Trump should have debated her. Yeah. First of all, she went to school for debate. She's a trained lawyer.
Yeah.
You don't get in there and mix it up with that broad. And number two is you got to earn a spot for a debate. The way the Democrats did it this year,
Bingo.
Just placing her in there.
Bingo.
Like, nah, you got to earn your shot. With that, he should have just ran with it, because at the end of the day, Trump is just a guy from Queens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he gets kind of loose with it, but that's a plus to him. This country was so tired of the politics. They just wanted a regular guy.
Yeah.
As far as him not having policies in point or on hand.
He has policies. Let's be clear. He does. And his policies were working. But her, on the other hand, we've yet to see anything work that she's now putting on the table. I want to be clear, because people keep, well, what are Trump's policies? If you don't know by now, then I can't help you. Go ahead.
Well, here's the thing with Trump. I don't know what his policies are, But right now, we really need to be concentrating on a lot of foreign policy. And with that being said, the Trump organization does business in over 15 countries.
Right.
So if you don't have policy after doing business in 15 countries, I don't know what qualifies you then.
Yeah.
As far as this thing with these immigrants they were talking about, it wasn't a domestic animal. You have geese running around, they grabbed them, they did whatever with it. But it wasn't like they went to somebody's house and grabbed a cat and a dog. It wasn't like that.
Well, I don't know, sir. I mean, there's countless videos that you can pull up where a certain culture, if you will, they have been caught taking people's cats, and you see the different agencies that go to the restaurants and say, hey, you got so-and-so's cat, and the cat owner is standing right there, and they say, bring your cat outside. And the person goes in the restaurant and brings out the goddamn cat. So,
hey, but Star, I didn't see those, but I have seen one video like that.
Go ahead.
and it wasn't a Haitian that brought the cat or the dog help.
Exactly. I've seen videos with people literally picking up roadkill, putting it in the back of the SUV or on top of the goddamn car, and taking it to a certain type of restaurant. Hint, hint, hint. Chopping it up and putting it within the goddamn lo mein and the rice. Come on. So what
with some sauce, it all tastes the same.
Go ahead.
So that's basically what it is. To touch on Jonathan Majors, from what I hear from this guy,
oh my God,
Megan Good is paying about $75,000 a month for this guy's expenses, including some type of dog training for one of his pets or something like that. So, I mean, it is what it is, man.
Are you sure that's not a year? That sounds excessive. $75,000 a month? I can't see that.
It could be a year, but either way, that's a heck of a grip. They're not even married.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a good thing she's on this run with these movies she's getting, because with these extra expenditures, she's going to need it.
Yeah.
So that's just what it is, man.
Yeah. I'm looking at something here. It says Megan Good is out here paying all of Jonathan Majors' bills, including child support for his daughter and $75,000 for dog training. I would imagine that's for a year.
Okay, gotcha.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but hey, man, anything on the Shannon Sharpe Instagram video that was shared? Did you see it? Any thoughts?
I did not see it, but Unc running around. He doing too much, man. But he got a lot on his plate right now. He trying to hit him with another Cat Williams interview.
Yeah.
And then he's already dealing with these allegations with him and his former stylist and all that type stuff. So he had to do something.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is the closest thing he could do without really getting jammed up, so to speak. So, I think this is a really bad move if he did this intentionally, because this type of behavior is they can fire him. I'll just say that. But I appreciate the call, man. Thank you. All right. Have a good night, Star.
Yes,
Salute.
Thank you. Salute. Okay. Area code 912. Sit tight. I'm coming to you next. Big Eye Key tapping in. Thank you for your support, sir. Hold on. Big Eye Key says, I just wanted to see Trump hit her with a rock bottom because ain't nobody taking him or heels in the air. Seriously. Okay. He also says, I kind of figured Shannon Sharpe was allegedly gay. I mean, what type of straight nigga names his place club Shay Shay? Sounds wild juicy. Yeah. That would be crazy if he did that intentionally. Please keep me posted if ESPN sits him down. Lex Diamonds, I got your donation. Also, Lex Diamonds, I got your donation yesterday. It came in late. Thank you for your support. He says, salute fam. Next debate has to be on Fox. I don't think Kamala Harris would agree to that. Kamala Harris has some connection to, I forget what it is, to the head of ABC News. Do you know who would know? Jane Richmond, are you back on the line? Number 9.
Hello.
You're back?
I'm back. Yes, I just wanted.
Well, hang on. I know you. You and I are friends. Usually when you call back, you've had a drink or two. Yes? No?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Don't go off the rails. I've been having a good show, minus a lot of profanity. Well, what is it you want to address?
Okay. I'm not like the rest of these blacks that get on and start swearing. But I will say this. I want to thank Mr. Rory for shedding light on the truth about these Haitian migrants eating the wild fowl and pets in the small Ohio town, which is about.
You yourself are Haitian. I mean, I really don't want to go there, man. I mean, come on. It's
these Haitian people, I know this, that are consuming these wild fowl and these wild animals. These are migrants from in the worst possible economic condition coming from that island being sent here. It's not
your home country. Your home country, yes, Haiti.
Yes, mine and Roland Martin. Yeah, mine and Roland Martin. Whole country. I will say this. It is true.
Give him a second, folks. He's had a little drink or two. Come on.
There's a truth around what's happening out there, and they must shed some light on this truth that's happening. Okay. And if you are going to be afraid to talk about it, I'm not going to be afraid to talk about it. There's a truth out there, that a light that must be shed on this truth. They're eating wild animals out there.
I'm never scared, man, but we're having a great conversation here. The language is, for the most part, clean. Can I ask you to address something that we have not discussed yet, but just don't go off the rails? I know you had a drink since we spoke earlier. James Earl Jones has passed away. A stellar career. However, early in his career, he addressed black women. The interview is out there. It's resurfaced. He said they were uptight, militant, and he never married a black woman, to my knowledge. Right? James Earl Jones, the voice of Darth Vader.
Correct. The voice of Darth Vader starred in great movies like Conan and
Coming to America. Stellar
Coming
career.
to America.
Stellar career.
Mm-hmm. And he was right. He was right. I couldn't agree with him more. A legend. Movies like Claudine. He was right. A legend, and he starred with black women, but he was smart not to marry one. I couldn't agree with him more. Okay. He's honest, and he told the truth about it. Okay. He told the truth about it. And to go back to
however, it did hinder him in certain areas, even though he's had a lengthy career and he's got a great body of work. It did cause concern, and he didn't do a lot of interviews and stuff like that because it kept coming up. Yes, I just want to be objective here about it.
Yeah, you're right, but he was an Academy Award winner, and he continued to work well into his 80s.
Okay.
He worked.
Okay.
He worked continuously in Hollywood. He worked.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, you brought up Fred Berry. He died penniless.
Yeah, I know.
He died penniless. Well,
he was selling autographs for $1. Listen, number 9, I gotta go, man. Otherwise, you and I will be here for a half an hour. Thank you. Okay. He did great when he called in earlier, and we're talking about the debate and politics, but I can tell when he has one drink, he calls back and the speech starts slurring. Guys, I have a brand new sponsor, Time to Alkaline. Time to Alkaline Water. Okay. The owner and I just started talking about some of the things that this alkaline water provides. They're sending me a bunch of information that I will be talking to you guys in the upcoming weeks about. You can operate your own alkaline water kiosk, or you can other things with regards to the testing of the water. He sent me all sorts of things to test this water. So again, it's called time to alkaline water. Okay. I'm really trying to, preserve my life now. And that's, I'm welcome. Very, very excited to have them aboard. Pardon me. Okay. Penelope, I got your other donation. Thank you for tapping in. Donnell, I got your donation. Star, why Harris downplay her father yesterday? I don't know, sir. To be clear, I don't think she won the debate. No, I think she was very strategic. I think point for point, Trump, made his points and he hammered certain things home. But the theatrics of what she did would lead, the sheep to believe that, who she won. I saw something also with regards to her, some body language experts said that she intentionally toned down her laugh. I truly believe that because she wasn't as, goofy as she can be when, certain questions have been asked of her in the past. I think she intentionally toned down that laugh. Poor Legacy, I got your donation. I got your banner coming up if you guys are still using the same banner. Thank you for your continued support. All right. We're doing good on time. I want to continue this conversation with anybody who wants to chime in with regards to these two topics. Area code 912, good evening. Talking about Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah.
Unk.
I wanted to just say, man, Kendrick Lamar is a sellout.
Sir, that's not our topic this evening. Sir, it's not our topic this evening.
Okay, well, people ain't saying it. That's why the game's so messed up.
Thank you, sir. It's not our topic. Folks, you can always go to the videos that we've already posted and leave your comment there. Leave your comment there. 201. Good evening. Are you there? Talking about two topics. Area code 201. Yes, no, maybe?
Yo.
Please pick up the pace. Please pick up the pace. Good evening.
What's up, bro?
What's up, man? How are you?
Cooling, man. Cooling. Jersey in the building. You already know.
Okay.
So yeah, man. That whole debate was kind of crazy, man. Like, I feel like, Trump did his thing. You know what I'm saying? He just fearless. You feel me? Like, I understand him going up against her wasn't a good move because, she's trained in that realm. You know what I'm saying? But he fearless, man. You can't, he got ego. You can't tell him, that he's not going to back down. You feel me? And I commend him for that. I think that's admirable. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was really interesting. Another thing, bro, dude is funny as hell. Like, my man was, what was he saying? He was like, listen, I'm talking. And, he was shutting it down. Like, dude is really shot out. Like,
do you yourself vote, sir? Do you vote?
Me personally, I have never voted. I've never voted because I never wanted to be responsible for what might.
Do you vote on a local level? Never mind the president. Do you vote?
Nah.
Are you a father? Are you a father?
I am.
I think that's hilarious. You want to talk about something funny? You're a father. I say that with all due respect, and you don't even vote on a local level. I mean, if we're talking, hang on. If we're talking about the community where you live and the people that educate your beautiful seeds, why don't you vote on a local level?
I'm at every PTA meeting.
Okay.
That's a fact. Like I said, I'm a single father, so I'm very involved in my children's education and things of that nature. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I've never voted on the local level just because I don't know, man. I guess because I'm like a tinfoil hat wearer. You feel me? Like I'm a big conspiracy theorist. I really don't believe that my vote matters, or maybe on a local level, maybe. I never really considered
on a local level. It matters, but hey, man, I'll let you finish.
I believe you.
Listen, you're a father. I respect, fathers, man, who are active in their children's lives. You just said that. Salute to you. I could never, say anything sideways about that. But, anything about the Shannon Sharpe video? That's my main topic. It's premium black news. Did you see it?
Nah, I ain't even see it yet, brother. I can't even.
Please don't call me brother. Thank you, sir. Okay. You're doing okay. Lance. Okay, Lance, I'm not reading paragraphs. I'm just not. I'm just not, man. If you want to send in a cash app with regards to the topic, a sentence or two. I'm not reading paragraphs, man. Just not. Hold on a second. Let me check. Jace, are you out there? YouTube.com/@the-Jace Perspective. That's one of my sponsors. Jace, have you addressed on your platform this Shannon Sharpe audio? Jace does great content. Please go to her platform. Tell her I sent you. Jace, have you also addressed Megan Good supposedly spending all this money on Jonathan Majors? I mean, I have to respect the pimping. Let me just say that. But is she going to get a ring? Maybe she's not looking for a ring. Let me look in the best news source, the live chat. Troll babies. Is Megan Good? Is she strung out on the dick? Is she dickmatized? And that's $75,000. That's got to be per year, right? Something to do with his dog training. Damn. Oh, good God Almighty! I'm coming to the phones. Hang on, I just want to make sure I've got all these cash apps. And Maurice, I got your donation. Thank you, sir. Maurice, you can always call in, man, if you want to promote your products. Pardon me. Let me get your information on the screen here. Let me slow it down here. And Skylar Saunders. Skylar, if you're out there, you want to promote your latest video. Skylar did talk about James Earl Jones on his platform. If anybody has not seen that video, the early interview with James Earl Jones, I recommend it. He tried to choose his words carefully. However, I don't know if that's his wife. This was like a very, very old interview decades ago, who she was, but she co-signed what he was saying about black women being, overly aggressive and militant. And I said, whoa. So it's a little hard to watch, but, Skylar Saunders did a video on that, okay? www.HudsonTubs.com. Maurice, thank you for your continued support. Let me go to area code 262. Good evening. Late night. We're discussing two topics. Shannon Sharpe, are you up to speed? 262.
Yes, I am. This bone doing work. I'm up to speed with both topics.
What's up, man? Good to hear from you. It's cracking.
Not much. Just driving right now. Just driving. Good. But I wanted to comment on Kamala Harris and Trump.
Please.
I was always under the thought that they definitely shouldn't have debated.
Right.
I think we talked about that maybe like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
But after watching the debate, I definitely think it was a really bad move. Like, I don't know. I don't even like Kamala Harris, but she kind of got me feeling her a little bit yesterday. She was looking cute. She was looking fine. I don't know. She was looking like my type of girl yesterday. Trump messed up. I believe everything he said. I'm with the migrants doing that. Like, they might not be doing it too much. Like, it might not be the biggest problem, but I definitely do believe that there's migrants and they just killing birds at the park. I've seen videos of it. I've seen them picking up ducks and putting them in bags at the park, Asian ones. So it's not even just the Haitian ones. Like, you got to worry about all the migrants.
But now, hold on a second, Bone, doing work. You're in your late 20s. You're Puerto Rican. You live in the Midwest. You're not in the slums of the Bronx or anything like that, right? What are you, 27?
No. Yeah. I'm in Milwaukee.
27, 28. I forget. How old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay, 30. So the 60-year-old candidate for the presidency, she caught you last night. You were feeling her, so she had her mojo working in a sense, and she pulled you. That's what you just said.
Yeah, facts. I mean, like I said, she was looking beautiful. I ain't gonna lie. I was writing to my friends like, Kamala Harris look kind of good right now. I don't know. They did something with her yesterday. They must have did her makeup extra good. she came with her best yesterday. It was a good debate overall, but I think like
she probably had Botox injections or collagen or something hours, but well, maybe no. Guys, don't they do that 24 hours in advance? Collagen and Botox. I had a girl; she was like crazy with that stuff. But yeah, so that was the whole point, the theatrics of it all. You know, to laugh as she does, but not to overdo it, and then to catch younger voters like yourself. She got you. Go ahead.
Yeah, she definitely did better in the debate. I would still vote for Trump because I've been riding with Trump since 2016, and at the end of the day, she's just a puppet. But she was a pretty puppet. I ain't gonna lie. Like she was sounding good. She was looking good. But I'm still gonna go for Trump. But man, it was a bad move. He should not have debated her. He might.
I think you're lying
after this.
Bone Joe, I think you're lying. I think you're gonna vote for her. Keep it real. Keep it real.
No, hell no. I would never vote for her. Never. I'm super, you know what I'm saying? I'm Puerto Rican, but I'm super Americana. You know what I'm saying? Like we chant USA around here. So I can't go for her. She don't even seem like, I don't think of America when I think of her. When I think of Trump, I think of American flag.
Trump's my guy. I think on politics and policy, I think he won. I stand on that. But objectively speaking, she turned on that Howard swag. Those girls from that era, and later on, they know how to get the mojo popping in a sense. But anyway, Shannon Sharpe, the Instagram video / audio. Did you hear it? See it?
Yeah, I did. That was crazy. And I don't know if anybody brought this to the table because I'm like just recently checking in.
Go ahead.
But what I was thinking is this might be an attack from a certain group of people, and they might have hacked his phone and started streaming for him. That's how deep these hackers get. I don't know if anybody brought that up, but they might have hacked into his phone. You know what I'm saying? Because they can literally, a real hacker, they could see what you're doing at all times. They'll hack into your phone and see whatever's on the camera. They'll activate your microphone. So what I'm thinking is a certain group of people, after he had that Marlon Wayans interview, you know what I'm saying, and was kind of dissing the other guy, like I think they might have hacked into his phone and started playing that for him. And I don't even think he meant that to be playing, because how do you really mess that up? That's a hard thing to mess up. Like, unless they was going that crazy from with the audio, I'm not going to rule that completely out because they was going crazy. But it's kind of hard to just be doing all of that and then hit live on the phone.
Yeah.
It's kind of a process to go live on Instagram Live. That's not a one button press type of thing. Like I've never accidentally went live on Instagram.
He said, "How's my Michelle? How's my Michelle?" And then you heard him say, "I'm gonna put this dick in you." So based upon what you've just said, and that's plausible. That's plausible. Maybe he was smashing, for 10 minutes and then took a break and growling and grunting as he was doing. And whoever is monitoring his phone, said, "Wait a minute, we may have something here." And then they hit live. It's possible.
Facts. They'll do what they want. They'll do what they want. Yeah. These people that run things will do what they want.
Edward Snowden broke this down years ago. Finish up, please. Bone Dual Work. Go ahead.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was getting to. They're just hacking into people's phones, and that just goes to show, like, they could get anybody. At any point, you are disposable. They could do anything they want to. They will expose you when they need to. Yeah, that's really all I called in to say.
Good to hear from you, man.
Oh yeah, I got one more thing. What's
up?
All right. One of my uncle, this is really random. My uncle, he got jumped by like 10 kids in Milwaukee. It might make national news.
Okay.
So I'm just calling to say that early. If it does make national news, I got the Super T, and we riding tonight or tomorrow.
You're riding on your uncle? You're riding on your uncle?
No, we riding on the kids that did it.
Oh, okay. Well, if they're minors,
but it might make national news.
If they're minors, just don't call in and say anybody's names, all right?
Oh, no, yeah, I got you.
Well, hang on. Since you brought it up, why did they jump your uncle? Was he in a certain place doing something he shouldn't have been doing, or was he just a victim of circumstances? And they say, "Yo, he looks soft. Let's get him." What happened?
But basically, even the people that recorded it said that there were some girls. They were on his truck. They started twerking while they were on the truck.
Okay.
So my uncle comes out and he's like, get up off my car, and it went south from there.
Yeah. Is he okay? Did they stab him or shoot him? Is he okay?
No, but he had to get surgery right away.
Oh, okay.
There's a video of it and everything. I can send you the video of it. No, I'm telling you, it's going viral and
please. And
the local news is definitely going to pick it up.
Send me the video. I mean, he's okay though, for the most part.
Yeah, yeah. He's alive and all that for sure.
So they just used him for like practice. They just tuned him up.
Oh yeah, man. They did him dirty.
Yeah.
They did him dirty. I'm gonna send you the video. Right. They did him dirty.
Great to talk to you, man. Thank you so much.
All right, peace out, man.
Lucifer got you donation. Yeah. He says Trump won. Yeah. I don't want to see Kamala Harris in the White House, man. I don't think she's going to do anything for me personally. And there could be a new agenda from Congress, The president is the chump in the front, in case you don't know that. And when I said earlier that is Trump's style outdated, being objective, Congress may not see him as being needed right now. I like his style, mind you. I'm similar in a sense, aggressive, confident, but we are different. Society is different, There's things that are going on overseas that clearly Congress is supporting for whatever reason. And I'll just say this last thing, because I don't want to, interject my thoughts too much. I want to hear from you guys. Trump has done things for black people, and he's, especially with the HBCUs, and he's had all sorts of high-profile black people, invited them to the White House. Steve Harvey, for some reason, flipped on Trump. Anybody in that live chat knows Trump did something for Steve Harvey's charities with these kids, and then Steve Harvey just, flipped on him like a flapjack on Sunday morning. They may have a new agenda now, Congress. And the reason why I mentioned Trump and black people, Kamala Harris has outright said no for reparations. She flip-flopped when she was at the National Action Network in 2019 with Reverend Al Sharpton. She said, I would sign a bill for reparations. And then she goes to the Griot and says, absolutely not. I would not do anything that would only benefit black people. Congress is bringing these migrants in. I'll just say that, okay? Let's go to area code 980. Good evening. We're talking about two topics. Are you up to speed? Shannon Sharpe, the Instagram video, and
no,
the debate from last night.
I actually haven't seen Shannon Sharpe, but we could talk on all the other items you have going on.
Your headset is a little echoey and distant, sir. Can you make some adjustments?
Sure, this better?
Much better. How are you? Where do you want to start?
We could start at the debate. I think the debate went to me, Trump is a master apprentice. I don't believe that he wants to have more than one debate with Kamala, because that's what he asked for in the beginning. He wanted to have multiple debates. He knew that he knew that he had to agree with whatever she wanted to do just to get her out there. And he went out there, and I don't think he gave it his best. I think he blew it so that they would want to do want to do it again.
Okay.
So he can actually crush her.
Okay. It's kind of risky, don't you think? You think it's kind of risky?
It's very risky, but Trump has been, that's how Trump has been playing. I mean, I don't think he's going to come out and say that from the door what his plan is. I think he'll probably say that after the plan is done.
but that's just my opinion on it. You know, just watching it from back in the Prentice days when he would do what he do.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I can respect that. With regards to Kamala Harris, did she surprise you at all last night? Her approach, her strategy, her appearance?
Well, you got to remember, you know, Kamala, she's a skeezer from way back in the day. You know, her you know, under the cover type moves. Allegedly.
Well, sir, let's say allegedly, because, you know, I mean, there's other women who have done far worse. I mean, I'm not gonna just pin that on her. She, you know, she knows how to play her position. You know, but go ahead.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what she did. She went to school. She studied with the best. She memorized her lines.
Mm-hmm.
She you know, came out. She spit out her lines like she's supposed to.
She memorized.
I'm sure she had some others.
She memorized her answers. She memorized her answers because it was found out that Hillary Clinton was given the questions in advance for the debate. Remember Hillary Clinton? So I'm sure they did the same thing with Kamala. But okay, you were saying, I don't want to interrupt. Go ahead.
Oh, did you notice? Well, I can probably send this link to you. The guy, his WikiLeaks page before the debate,
mm-hmm.
his employer was named Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
After the debate, during the debate, it was actually changed.
I'm sure. Yeah. I'm not surprised at that. I'm not surprised.
And those fashionable earrings that she's wearing, those Nova earrings.
Oh,
we all know what that is.
She was jiggy. Dee sent me a link to the to her shirt that she was wearing. It's some like high end. It's very similar to what she wore at a different time. But this was all, you know, symbols and signs and theatrics. I'm sticking with that word, theatrics. Do you think that if she gets in the White House, that she will follow direction from Congress? I mean, because that's ultimately what they want, someone that will follow direction. Yes, no?
Oh, she's going to follow. Well, first of all, she's not going to get to the White House. That's just not going to happen. If anything, the only White House she's going to get to is Tyler Perry Studios.
Okay.
So
I hope you're right. I hope she doesn't. But I mean, politics is the dirtiest game. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, those earrings are Wi-Fi equipped. So it's just like Barack Obama said. You know, he wants to be there in the background in somebody's ear.
I believe it. Yeah. I believe it.
It's all scam. It's all planned.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like Dan Bongino says, it's nothing but you know, snapshots and scripts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anything else stick out last night about the debate? I want to hear everybody's different views. You know, anything stuck out? Kamala, did you see her run up on Trump? Shake his hand. She went to him. She didn't even wait. She just went right to him. Beeline. Gang. Right?
I was hoping she would trip, but that didn't happen. But
well, that's a debate strategy. You know, you do that to try to disarm the person or to throw them off, you know, because they may be so focused, you know, when you get up in their face and that smile, hey, you know, it breaks their concentration. I think she was successful at doing that.
That may be true, but you know, Trump is a businessman. His point is the bottom line. Like I said, I believe that he kind of threw that debate off. I mean, listen to him repeating the same things several times. Trump doesn't do that. So I believe, you know, he blew this debate.
Okay.
Risky move. Yeah, like you said, just so that he can, con her into coming out again. Okay. You know, lower her guard.
Yeah. Final question. If they do debate again and she gains even more traction, if she comes out and really gets her swag on, do you think it will affect the ultimate outcome of the election. Let's be objective here.
Well, I don't think so, because for there to be another debate, there's gonna be some time in between here and the debate. So she's gonna have to make some appearances. She's gonna say something, and that's the problem. As soon as she opened her mouth, her foot gets in it.
Okay.
And the same thing with Waltz. He's another one. He's got the feds looking into him because he's got the China issues going on.
Right.
I mean, the DOJ shouldn't. He's a risky person to have in the White House. Point blank.
Mm.
So, going to China 30 times, having their honeymoon and on a date of Tiananmen Square. Come on.
Yeah. I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Have a good night.
You too. This is the objective perspective, folks. Taylor Swift, in case you didn't catch it, came out and endorsed Kamala Harris, the childless cat lady. Sit tight on the phones. I want to make sure I'm promoting my sponsors here, guys. YouTube.com/at6th floor 33. That's a really, really good book. It's in my community section. You can get more information on it. Okay. And tell them that I sent you. Alejandro, good to hear from you, sir. Thank you for tapping in. And Aaron, I got your donation yesterday. Again, I came in late, but thank you for tapping in and your continued support. If you want to call in, just shoot me an email, Aaron. Okay. How are we doing on time, guys? I feel like talking a little bit more. Okay, we haven't reached a 2-hour mark yet. I want to continue talking. Sit tight on the phones. Hey, Brenda, I got your donation. Okay, so you think, oh, you're like Florida Boy Jay. You want to see Shannon Sharpe get fired. Wow. If he did that intentionally, that's got to be one of the stupidest moves. If he did that to go viral, that's a actionable offense. Actionable offense. Okay, I just wanted to point that out. Let's go back to the phone lines here. Area code 410. Good evening. We're having a discussion. 2 topics tonight. Shannon Sharpe or the debate from last night. Are you there? 4 1.
Yeah, good evening, Star.
Hey, man, how are you?
I'm okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, sir.
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with the Shannon Sharpe Instagram thing. I don't have Instagram.
Okay.
So sorry about that.
Smart man. If you don't have it, smart man. Did you see the debate?
I did watch.
So the debate?
Yes, sir. I did watch the debate, right? I think both are trash. That's just my opinion. Both are trash.
Okay.
But I do think Kamala, did what she came to do. And, expose Trump for what he is and what everybody knows he is. He's a liar. She's a liar too, but, she really did good with productive rights and everything like that. But foreign policy, I give it a D for Kamala and I give it an A for Trump.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't say she exposed him. I would say that she knew how to strategically get to him. He was a little, flustered, because she did that goofy, laugh and smile, even though it was toned down. She knew how to heckle, I have no proof, but she's, and I don't even want to put drugs on the table. Did they ever find out whose bag of Coke that was in the White House? Somebody dropped a bag of Coke, right? Remember that?
Yeah, I never heard who bag of Coke that was, man.
Well, if it were crack rock, it would have been the president's son. But somebody Somebody's
That's
back.
a low blow. Man. That's a low blow, dog.
Well, he's no. The president's son is a crackhead. That's confirmed. But you know, she's just she laughs a lot, and anybody that age, what are you always laughing for? Maybe she didn't take the usual bump that she allegedly, supposedly, I have no proof, took, and she was able to get focused and do the debate. I'm talking crazy. Go ahead, finish up. Go ahead.
Star, you know what I think? Star, you know what I think that is? I think that's, you know, people have anxiety and they do stuff when they get anxiety. I think when she do that, that's when she had them anxiety moments.
Okay.
I really think that. You know what I mean? But like I said, they're both are trash.
Okay.
But I do think Kamala won it last night.
Okay.
So that's my opinion on it.
I appreciate the call. Appreciate the call. Thank you.
Have a good night, sir.
Okay. Guys, in case you don't know, Kamala Harris is a Alpha Kappa Alpha. That's a sorority, okay? Founded in 1908 at Howard University in Washington, D.C. If you know that world, then you know that she's that's her pedigree, if you will. Uppity, snooty. I like girls like her. Well, back in those days, you know, I had a handful of those types of girls. You know? Alpha, Kappa, Alpha. If anybody else wants to chime in. Lance, I got you on the donation. Thank you for tapping in. Send me an email, and I will send you a marketing deck that has our analytics if you're looking to be a sponsor. Just what is my email address? Let me put this on the screen. Well, it's thehater1964yahoo.com, but I should put it up there from time to time. Hold on a second, guys. And I'm coming back to the phone lines. Bear with me. Here it is. I'm moving a little slow here. Give me a second, guys. Someone just sent me an email saying, Star, how do I call the show? Okay, whoever you are, I want you to go back to sleep. Clearly, you can't see on the screen, okay? But that's my email address for advertising and other things. Let me go to area code 312. You've been on hold for a while. Thank you for your patience. 312, you there? Good evening.
Yeah, Pete. Hey, Peace, Star.
Peace.
This is B-Boy Rock Love.
Hey, man, how are you, sir?
How are you? Can you hear me okay?
Good.
I'm good.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, man. Yeah, I wanted to chime in on the debate. I'm not really up to speed with the Shannon Sharpe stuff.
Okay.
I've talked to you before. Okay. I definitely support Trump. As far as the debate last night, Kamala was definitely prepared. You know, sort of like a rap battle. He's like Trump was coming off the top of the dome, and she had the written. You know, that's how it looks.
She had the writtens.
She had the writtens.
Great analogy. Great analogy.
Right. What I really wanted to get to, and I would love your opinion on this, or just, you know, how you analyze this. What I think is the most impressive about Trump as a president, as a head of state, is his ability. I think that nobody's talking about the fact that when Trump was in office, he was able to save so much money from us by doing real gangster-ish. Like,
yes,
when he pointed out that he got NATO to start spending some money instead of just us, or when he pointed out that he put tariffs on China that the Biden Harris administration kept.
Right.
His ability. Somebody made a great point. I think another caller about his you know, he has businesses and business relationships around the world, and he has for years. That gives him a very robust edge when it comes to delineating or delegating tasks as far as how we preserve our money and look stronger in the world.
I agree.
Don't you think?
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, I think that I have never seen any other politician be able to have that much courage as he said. He's wild with it, and he's not scared. And I don't think he gets enough credit for that. I thought he pointed that out in the debate several times, and it just got glossed over.
Right.
You know, also the sanctions he puts on, or when he said, we talked about how when he was in office, Iran was broke.
Right.
You know, that's real gangster with it.
That
you know what I'm saying?
a very good point with regards to the war that is clearly going on right now with Israel. You know, that was a very good point. I hope that, you know, people who care about that sort of thing took notice to that. And again, I think point for point, he won. I think he won. He won the debate. But I'm just, you know, being objective. The media has a knack for, you know, programming, if you will, the deaf, the dumb, and the blind by way of, you know, propaganda. So, you know, people say, ooh, Kamala won, but are you going to vote? I mean, okay, you're saying she won, but are you going to vote, or you just, you know, are you on one of these, gotcha moments, you know? Go ahead.
You know, you make a great point, and I agree. And maybe that was the whole strategy, because all she was talking was emotional. It was, she was using catchphrases like freedom and lift all and all. You know, this is, and as you said, that's how most people think. Based on emotion,
right?
But there was no substance with what she said. I was looking for it, but it wasn't there.
It wasn't there.
Trump is former President Trump really understands international economic leverage, and he proved that. And so that's my take on it, Star. Thanks a lot for taking my call.
Stay with me.
Sorry, I didn't mean.
I co-sign everything you just said, but let's look at ourselves internally here, Americans. Haven't we become a different society? I mean, Barack Obama, I've always called him nickel slick. I didn't vote for him. You know, he pushed this whole, yes, he pushed Obamacare, but man, his administration was out there, you know, talking about that global economy. We've got a lot of problems now because of this global economy and people from other countries who are in our banking system and these other things that we do on a daily basis. Thus, the reason why we have all these extra security checks and so on and so forth. Haven't we become a weaker nation, if you will, and Congress bringing in the migrants to put them to work, and now you got a bird brain like Kamala Harris? She's just a puppet, you know. Do you think we're almost at that point where Rome fell, or is that too much of a stretch?
I don't think it's too much of a stretch, and I think that's the appeal that Trump has and is continuing. I really don't think that people that's opposed or whatever are really showing how many people are crossing over to Trump, because it's obvious that he puts America first. And what you just said is basically his slogan: "Make America great again." How do we fall so? How do we get so far along? And I can tell you right now, I remember the Trump years. Let me say this really quick too, Star. Now I'm in Chicago now. Okay, I have several different entrepreneurs. I'm a musician. I have a YouTube channel where I do vegan cooking, and you know these are things that I've had in place. And you know what I've done to support that? I would do Uber, Lyft, Grubhub, and all that. Do you know all of it? Most people have multiple platforms. That was a great tool at once upon a time as an entrepreneur, where you didn't have to punch in the clock, and you can make real good money, especially if you know what you're doing. Right. Now that these migrants are coming in, let me tell you something. All of these migrants are coming in. They all got electric e-bikes, and the cheapest e-bike is like $1,500. Yeah. They got the good ones. Yeah. They're all over the place. They laced with drip like you wouldn't believe. New Jordans. I mean, and so now I'm going out here doing that, and I used to make $300, $400, $500 a day. Yeah. And it's I could barely touch 200 now, because they everywhere in Chicago. Yeah. So you have no idea. They all over the place. None of them speak a lick of English. And then when I hear people saying that, well, the plan is to have them in corporate jobs and pay them very little. Yeah. They making bank with just Uber, Lyft, whatever it is, because they're not Uber and these platforms aren't connected to a region. They're in the internet. Yeah. You see, so you know.
And if I can just say this, you know, that's my point. We're being gutted from the inside. We're doing it to ourselves. willingly.
Yes, and honestly, I think that Trump is the only person who isn't with that program. And like he put Americans first is the bottom line. And that shines through. No matter how, he may be a little flustered. He's getting older, but his points still get through to Americans who want to put this country first. Right. At least to me, it does.
Right. I appreciate the call. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Star.
Yes,
Peace.
sir. Take care. Sunday, I got your email. Do you want to call in Sunday? She says Trump 2024. Okay. We're having a good discussion here. I'm trying to be as objective as possible. I didn't want to come on and just kick Kamala Harris's back in. I want to tell you about her. Slithering, conniving, goofball, if you will. Probably had some fire coochie back in the days, Lucifer got your donation. Okay. The Falcon fitted as clean as F. Thank you for your support. Spirit, how are you, sir? He says, good stuff tonight. I'm still here. Hey, man, great to hear from you. Let me get your information on my showrunner, Spirit Smooth Tunes. Spirit, have you done anything on Frankie Beverly on your platform? I know you got something coming. I'm sure you do. Oh, man, R.I.P., huh? Frankie Beverly passed away. Hold on. Guys, this is one of the best platforms to go to for classic soul, jazz, 60s, lounge music, and other things. Tell them I sent you, okay? There it is right there, youtube.com/@Spirit-Smooth-Tunes, okay? I do not see Sunday in the queue. Maybe she's not calling you. Let me bring in area code 646. Good evening, you there? We're talking about two topics. Are you up to speed, Shannon Sharpe or the debate from last night? 646.
Was good. This is Big 674 Green calling in from Cali.
What's up, man? How are you, sir?
I'm showing like a villain. Let me see. Let's start with Shannon Sharpe. Get that out the way first.
Let's start with
I saw the video.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I saw. I saw the video. First, I thought it was like the side of the headboard that the camera was looking at. Disney does own ESPN, and if he did this on purpose to prove that he is not gay,
right,
that makes me concerned. When somebody try to prove that they're not gay or that they're not something or doing something, it's kind of like you like that's like if somebody said I didn't get girls and I went out my way to show them to prove to them that I got girls. It's
right.
It's like I don't know what you call that, but it's like an insecurity of like a guilty conscience.
Yeah.
Because the only people calling, he's staying relevant from people calling him gay.
Yeah.
I mean, he popping one on ESPN and he got the nightcap with Ocho Cinco and he got his club Shay Shay. But the only people calling him gay, is black people that's probably, don't have as much as he has.
Right.
And, I feel like this is, and I was telling my boy this other day that when you start to grow, they throw certain things on you. The less people can relate to you,
right,
like it's like, oh, you're gay. And it's like, I don't know which one is higher, gay or the Illuminati. Because when I remember there's like, it's like when you reach certain plateaus, you outgrow people. It's like, he's gay.
Right.
No, you just can't relate. Yeah. You just can't relate.
If I can jump in for a second, if you turn down the coochie, he must be gay. No, I'm not gay. I'm stingy with the dick, and I'm not interested in you. I mean, that's what you have to say sometimes. But you're right. It could be an insecurity on some males, parts. I hope he didn't do that intentionally. I do like the show he does with Ocho Cinco, Nightcap. I guess I'll watch it a little bit later on tonight or tomorrow. He did address this. Yes. Did you know?
I didn't. I did. I heard that you say he said his phone was hacked, but I didn't see Nightcap. I really don't watch Nightcap. I know of it.
Okay.
But I haven't seen him acknowledge. I only know about you saying that he said that his phone was hacked and then he deleted that.
Yeah. You know who's got a great video, man? Jada Black. Hold on a second. I want to make sure. He's got 2 channels. You guys know who Jada Black is?
Not familiar with him. Okay. Jada Black? Not familiar with him.
Jayede Black. He does great content. He has another channel called Basic Social Politics, and he did a video. Shannon Sharpe goes viral after he's caught smashing girl on IG, and he gives a breakdown of some of the reasons why Shannon Sharpe may have done this. But I don't know. I'm just giving my take on it. But okay, you were saying?
Yeah. So yeah, it's just. I just think that, that's like unfortunately, it's like a black thing to where, like, homosexuality is thrown at the black man's masculinity. It's like, I can no longer relate to you. You're making too much money. You're outgrowing me. You're eating at Mr. Chow's. You're in Vegas at SW Steakhouse. You're flying first class, and you do because you're doing a bunch of fly stuff. Right. Us brokies can't relate to you. Right. So I felt like that happened with a lot of black rappers, like or black entertainers. Like, you start making a certain money, it's like, oh, you're with the Illuminati, or something. It's like, okay, you think of the richest black person in America, they got nigger pennies compared to Mark Zuckerberg or Jeff Bezos, but nonetheless, or more for that now. What is the presidential debate?
So you brought up Mr. Chow's. You took it back. Wow. Right?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, Mr. Chow's. Yeah, Mr. Chow's cool. I just went to Mr. Chow's on Beverly Hills about 2 weeks ago, but I'm not crazy about it.
Right.
I'm not. Yeah, but it's just, I like the ambiance. I go to places for the service, and just like the ambiance. But I don't eat steak. I don't eat beef or pork. Pause. So. I like the ambiance, and then I want to be around people that got something to lose. Right. I don't want to be around a bunch of people at Juicy Crab turning up.
Yeah. Papados. You ever been to Papados?
Oh man, now you got me there. I love some Papados.
Papados is fire. I can't front. Papados is fire. But hey, so you want to talk about the debate? You said your thoughts last night's debate.
Yeah, I watched the debate just because, like, some women that I talk to, they're so passionate about this presidential debate and how much they hate this candidate, that candidate. But I've been all for politics, the Democratic flavor in me. I'm fighting that off and trying to kill that part of me, because I've been voting Democratic since Al Gore. I'm 39.
Oh wow!
And I watched the debate, which I haven't watched the debate in a while, but it was really interesting. I think they did kind of clap back at Kamala Harris when they asked her, why did she change her immigration policy 6 months before the election? I thought that was an uppercut that the guy David hit her with, the moderator. But I definitely think they was more harder on Trump than they was on Kamala. I know less about her policies than I knew before the debate. I don't think the debate is really going to persuade anybody. People voting for Trump. One caller earlier said that Trump is illiterate. He's not intelligent. A huge population of the American population, a huge part of the American population is unintelligent. So, I mean, like, they can relate to him. And if you hate Kamala, you could just vote for Trump. It's more so about hate than anything, because nobody could tell me any policies. People are just voting out of hate. We're a hateful nation.
Yeah. Hey, man, I appreciate the call. Thank you for tapping in.
Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I think this is Sunday. Thank you for tapping in. I got your email. You said Trump 2024. You watched the debate. Yes, Sunday?
Yes, I did.
Where do you want to start?
Well, I listened to Kamala, and I do think that she presented really well. She definitely is a better speaker. She has a larger vocabulary, and she's much younger, so maybe she's more visually appealing. But I think that the biggest L that she took was when she was talking about giving out free money. That's a major issue. I think people miss the fact that, and I think your callers that are pro-Trump did a wonderful job articulating why. There's not much left to be said, but I just wanted to add that when she started talking about the free money stuff, new family should get $6,000, or she had she just has this opinion that giving out cash somehow helps low-income people, and it doesn't. In fact, there are studies to prove that they're worse off. And also, it's a fact that when you tax the rich, they overcompensate in a different category in order to offset the losses.
Yeah.
They're not just going to let you take half of their money.
Tell me about it.
And also, yeah, and then it's been proven that the most wealthy don't pay anything in taxes. Trump paid nothing. They did a report on him years ago where they said he paid like $700 and something in taxes that year. He didn't really pay anything relative to what he earned. And that's what they all do. They know how to circumvent. And so it's just such ear candy for her to keep saying, tax the rich, when she knows that they're not going to even pay. And another thing that
hang on a second, if I can jump in. I don't think she's a better speaker. I think that she strategically, was ready and she followed direction. I think she's a total tool and she's a pawn, and she gives the impression that she knows what she's doing. I think she was a DEI hire. I really do. Again, she never won a primary. So I'm not going to give her the credit of being so much of a better speaker. She rehearsed. I'm sure she rehearsed. And again, she knew how to approach him off the rip. When he came out and stood behind the podium, she made a beeline to him, right? Went over there, stuck her hand out. Hi. She tried to soften the impact of what she was going to say to him, right?
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
I see your point there. Yeah. I still would say just the ability to rehearse and master the skill of public speaking is still, it kind of just makes you a little bit more expert at that, because I don't think that he's ever mastered it. I think he's just a natural talent for talking. Right. He's an extrovert, whereas she trained herself. So I feel like, she still wins in that category. Okay. But my biggest thing is, aside from taxes, is that where do people think that this money's coming from? $6,000 per household for new families, giving away free cash for this and that and whatever excuse she wants to make up. Where is the money coming from? It's coming from taxes that the middle class has to pay. And people don't understand, because when you are living in poverty, and I'm not judging anybody, but when you are in poverty, you don't really care where it comes from, because it's a bonus and it's a benefit to you. But the people that suffer the most are the middle class. The middle class get more money taken out of their checks when this free money, this stimulus stuff is supposed to be paid. Right. It's like, it's robbing Paul to pay Peter. It's ridiculous. It's not free money. And she just constantly tries to say stuff pertaining to something given for free in order to win the vote, which I think is a really below the belt, insulting tactic that makes me not trust her even further. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh yeah, you're going to give out free cash, and then that's why we should vote for you. Yeah. It's ridiculous. And I like the fact that Trump would never do such a thing, because that money is coming out of our paychecks. And when you start, typically when you have a bachelor's degree or you have a successful business, you can expect to be a part of the middle class, upper middle class, etc. Those are the people that are going to be paying all of this free money that she so-called claims is going to be given out when she becomes president. It's ridiculous. It's insulting. And when you squeeze the middle, everybody suffers. That's how I feel. That's my final word.